second, give me a second. No, I'm not late today, I'm not late, hopefully. And J4X, is it working? Yeah, but hip everybody, give me a second, use the system maximum size of RAM, alright. Are we live? Alright everybody, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, students and traders all around the world. This is Mike, the FX boss, broadcasting you live on YouTube and other streaming platform like Teams, Microsoft Teams, everybody. Yeah, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. John, Paul, Todd, Nandozi on YouTube, good morning, how is everybody? Max, Marcus, everybody. Alright. Never forget, we're here to learn. The goal is to bring you from zero to a millionaire trader in 3 years in an institutional way, everybody. What does this mean? From the manual, the institutional method, okay, is that you are first, the awareness, right, that you are first an analyst, okay. Retail traders are not really traders, they are first analysts, they are just not aware, okay, everybody? No, I'm a trader. Well, alright, okay, but this is the institutional way, everybody. You start in an investment bank, hedge fund, whatever. You start as an analyst. They don't give you the millions and the billions to trade, in the very first day, Okay, so you start as an analyst, everybody. So it's going to take a few years, alright? Okay, this job, it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. Moving forward, if you didn't receive the free manual, everybody send me an email. That's the free manual. We're in the Forex course 101, it's the market phase. Then in the end, if you want to join Forex course 202, which is called also the Advanced Institutional Trader course, okay, it's called the money phase. We talked about strategies, risk management, and so on. Different courses, from the Forex course 202. And Forex course 303, it's not mandatory, not everybody needs it, but it's all about, Julius is here, so it's all about psychology, Not everybody needs Forex course 303, but, Forex course 101, it's all about the market, how this market works. You are learning this today. Forex course 202, it's the money phase, how institutions make money, what do they know that you don't, and Forex course 303, it's, the understanding why some traders have Lambo, some traders have, whatever. Okay, everybody, so this is for free, it doesn't cost you a cent. As always, if you want to receive the little book of trading secrets and dive a little bit into the mind traps, and here you have also the, journaling, your trading plan, your strategy, trader's constitution if you want, Also for free, please visit the website www.fxbossfx.com. Nandozi, never forget, you're going to graduate from this course when, number one, you have your charts set up and ready for trading. Everybody, are you building your charts? Do you have your charts set up and ready for trading? Everybody, are you building your charts? We're looking at USD CAD today, so you're going to graduate when you have your charts, everybody, built and are ready for trading on 27 currency pairs. Number two, you have a strategy in place. In the advanced course, I'm going to give you 15 strategies, okay, one is going to be mine, it's nothing special, and 14 from other student traders. Number three, you have a complete understanding on how this market works, so you can analyze the market and make an educated prediction. Okay, everybody, when you link your demo account, everybody, to MyFXBook, okay, when you link your demo account to MyFXBook, everybody, this number three, you have a complete understanding on how this market works. So you can analyze the market and make a net prediction. This is going to reflect in here, everybody. Is this one. Make sense, everybody? This profitability, this bar, this shows how are you good as an analyst. Okay, this is not just trade. This is also, it's you as an analyst. Make sense, everybody? On YouTube, question boss, sure. Okay, everybody, so this is what you're trying to this is mine from 2015. Demo account, everybody is in here. Demo, it was back in time, was Insta Forex, the broker, you know. So you in the Forex course 101, everybody see here, you know, January was winning, February was a losing month, but then, you know, you can see the consistency, right? Profitable, 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 you know. 2016, profitable, profitable, profitable. Okay, well, why are you showing me this? I'm showing you if I can be profitable on a demo account, and I'm trading a demo account for 2 years, then you can do this too. Make sense, everybody? Some of you are too quick. Oh, I'm going to trade for 2 months and I'm going to put live money on the line. You are going to lose. Okay, everybody? Prove yourself on the demo account first that you know what you are doing as an analyst. Okay? Oh, but demo account doesn't have no emotion. Fair enough, but you are training, you know, you are training number 3. You have a complete understanding on how this market works. So you can analyze the market and make an educated prediction. Risk disclaimer, this stream is not trading or investment advice. We're here to learn. If you want, you can partner up with Darwinex Zero with the code FXBoss. You're going to have 50% discount on the payment, everybody. And then send me an email, you know, oh, I registered with Darwinex Zero. Talking about strategies, a counter trend line break or a change in the shortened trend of the confirmation time frame, which one is stronger? Nandozi, you are mixing apples with bananas. Okay, this question is too general, Nandozi. Can you be more specific? You know, okay, I cannot answer. It's too like, you know, a counter trend line break, it's a entry tool. The shortened trend is something that changes direction. So you are mixing like which one is more those two, you know, those two are not the same. Make sense? One is timing, the right time to enter. The other one is direction. You are mixing apples with bananas. Okay, please ask questions, everybody. Remember, if your way it's not working, why don't you try mine, you know, or ours, you know. That being said, everybody, let's go to today. We have how to trade resistance in a downtrend, and somebody sent me an email and it's asking, so let's go on the daily chart, everybody, you know. Who was it? Okay, Paul. Hello, Alex, how are you? Everybody, Paul sent me, not you, Paul, not you, Paul, on Teams. Don't worry, it was another Paul, you know. And he's asking, boss, I really don't understand, you know, if we have support, resistance, pivot points on the monthly, how can I trade resistance in a downtrend on the daily? Okay, everybody, does this make sense? So let's say that we have a down market structure, alright, down market way, alright, everybody? So on the daily chart, you're going to see lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs in a down extension. Then you're going to see higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows in a retracement. And then you're going to see lower lows, lower highs, lower lows in another extension, alright? So Paul is asking, if I have support, resistance, pivot points on the monthly, I don't really understand, I mean, how can I trade, you know, past resistance today, right? How to trade resistance in a downtrend. Past Nandozi, wow, thanks. Yeah, and ask questions, everybody. Okay, so how to trade resistance in a downtrend. See, everybody, those blue are from the monthly, okay? But now we are going to check. So if we zoom in the daily chart example, alright, and we want to micromanage the daily chart, then we are going to monitor when the daily is going to start to retrace, right? It's going to make higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. On the smaller time frame, alright, then I can monitor past resistance here, and I can monitor past resistance here. Does this make sense, everybody? Sometimes it's enough candles from the daily chart, but if you want to be more precise, not to talk about candles, or I mean, there is no right or wrong, you know, this is, you are learning how to understand the market, right? You can monitor past resistance. So I'm answering to Paul, and not your Paul on Teams, it's another Paul, you know, I'm answering, you know, even though I have on the monthly chart support, resistance, pivot points, how can I use, how to trade resistance in a downtrend? Well, you are going to use resistance in a downtrend on the short-term trend, right everybody? Hello Olga, how are you? So if we go on the chart, everybody, we can go to USD CAD daily chart, alright everybody? And give me a second. This is USD CAD on the monthly chart, alright? Can you see everybody? You know? And I just connected some highs and lows here, you know, it's high and low and pivot point, you know, maybe just maybe something like this too, even better, you know. So you have different, you know, support, resistance, pivot point, right? And so those are from the monthly, right? Now on the daily chart, everybody, you know, it's like I'm going to connect the short-term trend, right? I'm going to connect extension, retracement, extension. So high to low, low to high, high to low, low to high. So we do have a downtrend in here, right? It's a extension leg first, and now it's low to high, high to low, low to high. It's a change in the short-term trend. This is the retracement. Okay, everybody, another color. All right, and then as we can see, everybody, back in, again, you know, lower low, lower high, another lower low, another, is this a lower low? Give me a second, everybody, need to double check. And that's a low, and that's a low. I'm going to use here on Forex, we have the widget, and now on TradingView you have also the open high. So this low it's 14234, this low it's 14238, 14238, 14234. So this is a lower low, everybody. Getting out of the would you like to keep a copy? No. Alright, so one more time, looks like low, high to low, low to high, high to low. So we have lower lows, lower highs, orange, and now we have higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. This is going to be green, and then we have high to low, lower low, lower high, and now we have a lower low. And give me a second, it didn't break, we didn't break the relevant low, right? So I'm charting, everybody, we didn't break this relevant low. Give me a second. And I'm still monitoring the market, there you go, right? So finally, you know, lower low, lower high, lower low, and now this is a downtrend. Agreed, everybody? The red one? So Paul on email, you know, I'm going to put past resistance, right? Past resistance, everybody, how to trade support in an uptrend, it's really a no-brainer. And how to trade resistance in a downtrend, it's also really no-brainer. So how to trade support in an uptrend? Well, monitor support, past support, and how to trade resistance in a downtrend, monitor resistance, right? So that being the case, we are looking at the red here on the live chart, you know, and yes, we talked about how to, you know, you're building a set of stairs if you want, right? This is one technique of charting on the smaller time frames. Or simply you put, you know, change colors, not to mix with the monthly chart. You can put, you know, horizontal lines on the chart, okay, or the rectangles. There is no right or wrong on charting, makes sense, whatever you prefer. So I'm here, and this is now past resistance, Okay, everybody? Remember, you can do this also on the 4-hour chart, right? But just from the daily, you know, I'm monitoring the chart, and everybody, did the market react to past resistance? Did the market go? This is the circle. If I go to the 4-hour chart, everybody, or the 2-hour chart, or the 1-hour chart, what am I going to see in the circle? If I go to the 4-hour chart, you know, as we said before, you know, the market made a low on the daily, right? But then on the 4-hour chart, you know, it just went up, hit past resistance. If I go on the maybe 1-hour chart, then we're going to have multiple, and now it's going to wave, right? It's going to make higher highs, higher lows. Can you see, everybody? Higher highs, higher lows, hit past resistance, right? And reacted. Can you see it, everybody? So back to the daily, or the 4-hour chart, back to the daily, you know, and so the market retraced, you know, we're moving down, and charting, right? We need to pay attention to the detail. Unfortunately, on the right side, this is not a high, okay, everybody? So I need to push down the trend, this is now the low. I need to readjust the trend, everybody. There is no high in here. Attention to the detail. So now this is the low, okay? And now guess where? Guess until where the market is going to retrace. Well, I have this resistance, right? Jean-Paul past resistance, you know. Jean-Paul from Montreal. Okay, everybody, this is past resistance, and this is past resistance, right? Okay, now I'm going to delete a few things. I want you to pay attention, everybody, that you have talking about a trend, talking about the extension. I need you to pay attention and understand and spatially see that even though this is the extension, like you have two lows, right, where the market can give you, can you see, everybody? You have this first low, and then the market went down and formed the second low, but you have no high, you know, and now the market is here. Can you see? So you have two past resistance levels, okay, when the market is going to retrace. So you, as a good analyst, you're going to predict, well, or the market is going to retrace to the first level of resistance and fall, you know, or the market is going to go to the second level of resistance and fall. Okay, now question number one, do you understand? And question number two, is this doable? Can you do this, everybody? Can you predict the market like this? Everybody, there is no right or wrong. Can you predict the market, everybody? Can you do this? Any questions so far what we're doing? How to trade resistance in a downtrend. You're going to wait for the market to hit past resistance. You are going to, talking about trading, right? You're going to put a counter trend line break that we've learned, just an example, you know, and when the market changes the trend, the short-term trend on the smaller time frame, then you are going to enter. Can you do this, everybody? Is this that difficult? Yes, you take time and practice, exactly. So as an analyst, right? Okay, everybody, as an analyst, I have here, you know, it's the resistance number one on the short-term trend. Everybody remember the market wave, you know, and then we have resistance number two up in here, okay? All right, everybody? So I am the analyst now, and I'm going to monitor the market because it made a low. I'm going to still going down, you know. Again, attention to the detail. That's the low, but this is, again, that's not a high. So I need to find one. All right, now the market is in here. Okay, everybody? And I'm going to delete now this one not to be too polluted, out. Okay, so now I'm monitoring, you know, we have another one, but it's, you know, we have also another resistance here, but it's too near, you know, so I'm going to wait now, I'm going to wait for the market, and, you know, so low to high, high to low, everybody, and give me a second. So we have low, this is not a high, low, not a high, finally we have a low, lower high, lower low, right? Can you see everybody now? Lower high, lower low. And now we're going to see it until when the market goes. You know, it's going up. We're going to see up, you know, and so remember, support, resistance, pivot points are not lined to the pip, alright? Did the market, so resistance, it's an area, did the market react to this tail, you know? Can you see everybody? It will take time, practice. Okay, did the market react to this tail? And we are still monitoring the market, you know, and went down. Give me a second if you're going to move forward. Alright, so still here. I need to readjust, so it's a higher high, and then we have a lower low. Alright, everybody, so I need to readjust. Now I need to make sense of this sequence, right? A trend is a sequence of lower lows, lower highs, you know. So I need to now readjust. This is going to be the relevant low. Give me a second. This is the relevant low on the downtrend. Relevant lower high, relevant lower low. Okay. So this still stands, you know, those are all levels of past resistance, everybody. And here we have another one, you know, past resistance. Okay. And did the market react to this level of resistance, everybody? Resistance number, okay, let's change. So resistance number 1, resistance number 2. In here is going to be, that's number 2. And text here is going to be resistance number 3. Okay, everybody, did the market react to resistance number 3? Yes or no? No, there is no right or wrong in charting, but can you see how this market works? Did the market react on resistance number 2? Remember, everybody, we've learned that, you know, talking about resistance or support is all the same, right? We've learned that sometimes the market is going to hit your horizontal line and is going to react. Sometimes the market is not going to hit and is going to react. And sometimes the market is going to break through and is going to react, with the understanding that support, resistance, pivot points are not lines to the pip, those are areas. We've learned this in the previous lesson. Boss, is there also a number no trade zone after support? Boss, is there also a no trade zone after support? So I'm not sure if I understand the question. Surely you have also Javan got an account yesterday. Are you happy, Javan? Yesterday nobody was helping Javan, so I'm going to fund an account for him. But we need to check another partner, so we need to check him. Are you happy, Julie? So thank you guys for not helping me yesterday. You know, yeah, we were in the virtual office. You know, we are running the virtual office so far. Yes, directed to number 2. Okay, everybody. So here, you know, and so monitoring now. I'll still have lower. So let's talk about this, everybody. Let's talk about this circle, all right? In here, you are going to have a counter trend line. Okay. Give me a second. This is going to be a counter trend line break. Not on the daily. You go to the 4-hour time frame, on the smaller time frame. Okay. and you are going to enter, oh, now this is strategy, right? Now everybody it's a little bit different, so entry setup number 1 equals to I will enter with CTB counter trendline break, and or entry setup number 2, if you want, I will enter with counter trendline break plus the change in the STT in the short-term trend. There is no right or wrong, everybody. You thank the guys, you know, you tell the guys, if you're going to come to the virtual office, Julius, you tell the guys, thank you for not helping me yesterday. I got so angry yesterday, I got mad at those guys, you know. A lot of you, most of you guys are Forex Course 101 student traders in the Advanced Institutional Trader course. We are running it's what's called the virtual office. It's a role play. You know, those guys, the advanced traders, those guys work for me, okay? And like in a real office, you work for me and you're part of a team. So if you're part of the team, you're supposed to help the other guy, right? When you see somebody doing something not correct, when you see something doing something stupid, you are supposed to help the guy to say, John, what you're doing is wrong, you know, or John, this is a mistake, you know, or Jane, this is not good. But yesterday Julius was doing something, you know, and all the other guys were like quiet. They didn't help Julius. So I got angry with the group, said, guys, you know, I gave the first warning. Julius got the promotion, the other guys received the first warning. 2 more of those and they are fired. Boss, is this a joke? This is no joke. This is no joke. If they are not going to help each other, this is number 1, it's first warning. If they are not going to help each other, second warning, third warning, fired. Make sense, everybody? It's like in a company, it's common sense. It's normal business behavior, you know? Is anybody here who works in a company like you have 5 people, 5 employees, 10 employees, 100 employees, 1,000 employees, you know? You are a member of a team, you're a member of a group, you know, you are partnering up, you know, whatever. Don't you guys help each other? No, not the one-man band, but, you know. Nobody's helping me. Talk to management. Talk to management. Talk to the managers. You know? Has nothing to do with trading. Tell the managers, come to Forex Course 101. Talk to Mike. If the team is not helping each other, something's wrong with management. You know? Not you, the employee, the management. Something's wrong. You know? I'm going to get fired. I'm going to get fired if I talk to Don't be shy. You know, if those guys are for real, they want the company to grow. So they're going to appreciate your comment, you know. Anyway, everybody, let's move forward. We have 15 more minutes, then I need to go to virtual office, so. Entry setup, I will enter with the counter trendline break, or I will enter with the counter trendline break plus the change in the shortened trend. So we're on the 4-hour chart, right? And as you can see, you know, you can enter the counter trendline break, but also, you know, low to high, not low, no low to high, not a high, so low to, so this is the low, lower low, lower high, and finally, you know, if you would wait, there is no right or wrong, right? But in this case, the lower low, you know, to have the downtrend, you know, it would, you know, it fall already. There is no right or wrong, you know. You need to simply, in building strategies, everybody, you need to, you know, yeah, there is no right or wrong. You can enter the counter trendline break, or some a little bit more advanced are going to say, okay, I'm going to enter when the market break this low, you know, this low on the shortened trend, so the circle low, right? When the market breaks the counter trend line, you know, I'm going to delete this one. and delete this one and hide. When the market breaks the counter trend line like this, you know, so we do have a counter trend line, closed body candle on the other side of the trend line, but the market didn't break this low. Can you see, everybody? So the third variable would be, okay, I'm going to wait now the market broke this low, so it's showing me that alright, we are ready to fall, and this is what happened. Nandozi on YouTube, if the market breaks through a support in an uptrend, are we in a no trade zone? Yes, Nandozi, sure. Okay, everybody, it's tomorrow, right? So we have, everybody, we have the talking about, you know, retracement trading. So it's lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Yesterday we had in a different way. So this would be, you know, day traders, you know, would enter in here, right? This is from yesterday, just it was in reversed. And now if the market breaks, so from talking about this would be past support, right? And like this would be past support. Give me a second, everybody. This would be past support, and not this one. This would be resistance, right? So the market broke past support, and here again this is the no trade zone when bulls and bears are fighting for control. And we've learned yesterday that you are going to tell your trader that one or two things are going to happen, or this is going to happen, or this is going to happen, right? This from yesterday, you know, and now we have the first down extension leg. And what you're doing with the first down extension leg, everybody, you know what you're doing with the first down extension leg? What you're doing when the market breaks the low, right? So this was the uptrend, the market broke the relevant low on the uptrend, you know, we are here. What you're going to do here on the, this being the daily, what you're going to do in here on the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour chart? Nandozi, you're asking great questions. What are you going to do there, everybody? When the market breaks the low of the, this is the daily, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, lower low on the daily, but on the 1 hour chart, 2 hour chart, 4 hour chart, you're going to see a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful downtrend. So when you're going to see this beautiful downtrend on the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour chart with this beautiful counter trend line, what are you going to do? Wait for a retracement. You wish. You wish that those you wish you are going to wait for a retracement. Guys, I know exactly what you think. I know exactly how you feel. If you don't believe me, ask Julius or Javan. I know exactly how you trade. You cannot possibly know. I know exactly what you're doing. Nandozi too. I'm going to wait for the retracement. Most of you are not waiting for anything. You are going to enter trends, and then you are going to win one, you are going to win the second one, and then you are going to lose the third one. You know, Alex, wait for it. You wish, right? You know, stay out. You wish too. See, everybody, you all know theory, right? We all know theory. We are all smart. But if I look at your account, what I'm going to see? If I'm going to check Nandozi demo account, I'm going to see Nandozi didn't wait for a retracement. If I'm going to check Alex's demo account, I'm going to see that Alex didn't wait for a retracement, you know. And Julius maybe, you know, maybe yes, you know. But I will sell back in, yeah, Julius, it's advanced, so, okay. I know exactly how you think and feel as a Forex Course 101 analyst, you know. How is this? I've been there, makes sense? If you want to find the guy that made all the mistakes, that's me. Back in time, you know. And remember, I was when I went retail, I was institutional before. So I'm a reference on institutional way of thinking and feeling and retail trader thinking and feeling, you know. I'm an authority on this. Because when I went from institutional trading to retail, I didn't make it for 5 years. It was a struggle. And I was like, you guys, like, what's wrong with me? I don't understand, you know. Not good demo account, sir. Well, don't go live yet. Makes sense, everybody? Prove yourself at least 3 months, hopefully 6 months of that you're profitable on the demo account. Don't you play with real money, everybody. I'm telling you, you're going to lose. Don't put real money on the line. Okay, you're not going to, right, Julius? 80% of me and Julius, we're going to have fun. Everybody, let me tell you a statistic. 80% of student traders, you guys, don't listen. Fair enough? Right, Julius? 80% of you guys, and me too back in time, I was one of the 80 back in time. For one strange reason, 80% of us, me too back in time, we don't listen. Yeah, good in theory, but, you know, I'm going to throw a few $100 there, you know. Oh, demo account is not worth it, I'm going to go to the live account. Oh, but we don't have emotions in demo account, I'm going to go to the live account, you know. You are going to lose the money. Make sense? Oh, it's just $300. Give it to Julius, give it to me. You know, we're going to go to a nice dinner, me and Julius, with your money, you know. Don't give it to the market. You're giving your money to the rich guys, you know, the big brokers, investment bank. Make sense? 6 months of demo account, everybody. Alright? This is where you are not listening. Right, seeing here, if I traded a demo account for 2 years, why don't you? Make sense? And I'm telling you, you are not going to trade a demo account for 2 years because you are or greedy, or you are not coachable, or you believe that you are smarter than me and the market. Can you see, everybody? Yes, boss, I don't listen. Me too back in time, don't worry, welcome to the club. You know? Make sense, everybody? If I traded a demo account for 2 years, why don't you? You know? It's a great question to ponder. Ask yourself, if the boss traded a demo account for 2 years, why me, Olga, or why me, Alex, or why me, Nandozi, David, whatever the name, why don't I trade the demo account? I'm trading a live account already, like I don't even have anything to show on the demo and I'm trading live. And you're going to encounter what you're going to learn in the advanced course. It's called our dear homeostasis. And homeostasis is what you're going to fight with. Okay, everybody, 5 more minutes, then I need to go to push some ears in the virtual office. Nandozi, so yes, you have the no trade zone here too. Back to how to trade resistance in a downtrend. Alright, everybody, so this was then the trade on the 4-hour chart. Back to the daily. Back to the daily, right? Back to the daily. Back to the daily. And, you know, choose some setups. There is no right or wrong, everybody. I'm going to delete a few things. Choose your setups. Which one is better? I don't know. You must choose your, everybody. Which one you trade? The second one. I would go with the second one, everybody. But that's me, you know. So lower lows, lower highs in here too. You know, lower low, lower high, lower low. See, everybody, talking about here again, you know, resistance number 4, resistance number 5. Did the market or didn't the market react to past resistance again, everybody? Did the first circle react to resistance number 2? Did the second circle react to resistance number 3? did the third circle react to resistance number 5? Resistance number 5, everybody. Did the third circle, the fourth circle, react to resistance number 5? What's the answer? Sir, is there no entry on resistance number 2? Sure. All of those are entries, everybody. Counter trend line break, counter trend line break in here, counter trend on the smaller time frame, counter trend line break in here, counter trend line break in here. On Teams, everybody, Max, it's asking on Teams, it's a great question. Boss, why the 4-hour chart is better than the daily when entering the market? It's not better, it's just on the daily chart you're going to see a candle. So it's not the daily, this is a concept. On the hard time frame you're going to see a candle, okay, but maybe timing, it's not going to be timing, it's the change in the short-term trend, right? Agreed, everybody? Great question. So can you see on the daily chart the change in the short-term trend? Type in the chat. YouTubers choose student traders on YouTube. When the market breaks the counter trend line on the daily, can you see the change in the short-term trend? Or you're just seeing one candle breaking the counter trend line? What's the answer? Great question, Max. There is no right or wrong. Boss, can I trade the daily? You can trade the daily too. There is no right or wrong, everybody, okay? This is not a strategy yet. We are talking about learn how to understand how this market works and then try to figure out the setup, build a strategy. Nando says it's just one candle. Exactly. Okay, everybody, great question, Max. Now, never forget, everybody, that you are in what? You are in talking about the market wave, never forget that you are in a extension, retracement, still an extension. Never forget this. And after the extension, what must come? Right? So far so good, it's a resistance, the market reacted, you could make some money on a demo account, not live, on a demo account, you're not going to listen anyway, and then finally, if you are not quick enough, finally, then what happened on the short-term trend on the daily? Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, right? Can you see, everybody? And the same story goes with the uptrend, right? How to trade support in an uptrend. This was support, and this was support, right? Can you see, everybody? Support here. Did the market react to support? Can you do this, analyst? Can you do this? Can you predict that where most likely 7 times out of 10 the market is going to reverse? Can you predict, everybody? The answer should be yes, I can predict. It's going to reverse potentially at past resistance. Extension is going to reverse potentially at past resistance. Is going to reverse potentially at past resistance, alright, until it bends, right? So it's going to go to, it's extension, and then it's retracement, and then it's extension, right? Can you do this, everybody? Yeah, we tend to complicate too. I know we tend to complicate too much things, in strategies, and I'm telling the guys, it's not that difficult, makes sense? It is complex, fair enough. Trading, it's complex. It's not that user-friendly. I don't know how to say in English. Trading, it's complex, you know, it's hedging, it's risk management models and so on. But it's not that difficult, this is what I'm trying to say. It is complex, but it's not that difficult. Make sense, everybody? A counter trailing on the daily will simultaneously show a change in the short-term trend on the 4-hour chart time frame. If you wait for the 4-hour chart to show you the change in the short-term trend or the 2-hour chart. Alright, everybody, see you back tomorrow. I need to go. Me and Julius, we need to go to push some ears. Okay, see you back tomorrow. Download those lessons, rewatched a few times. Okay? Me and Julius, we go to virtual office. Yeah, we're going to... Okay, everybody, this is the boss signing off. See you tomorrow.